Welcome to the first module of the eThrive Wellbeing Program. You may wonder why we would begin with this topic. We're at the dawn of the fifth industrial revolution, where the aim is to make humans a priority again. The very reason for this program is to improve your well-being and to give organizations a tool to get them Industry 5.0 ready. The first question we need to answer is, what is an industrial revolution? Looking at history, it is a term that was first coined in the late 1800s with the transition from manual hand labor to water and steam power. This led to mechanization in industry and steam-driven trains and ships, which also transformed the transport industry. This first industrial revolution was followed by the electrical era, in which Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla were key players. The electrical technology led to assembly line manufacturing. This was known as the Second Industrial Revolution. As you may have noticed, every revolution started with a new primary technology, which then changed the way in which things were produced. The beginning is called the revolution, and then once it is in motion, it is called Industry 1.0, 2.0, etc. The Third Industrial Revolution began with very basic computer technology and ended with many households having private computers. In industry, the Third Industrial Revolution resulted in the adoption of IT systems as well as automation. One of the key technologies that shaped Industry 3.0 was the adoption of the Internet. If you recognize this sound, you are one of the people who will probably see at least 3 industrial revolutions in your lifetime. The industrial eras are getting shorter as technological advances accelerate. The fourth industrial revolution is where we find ourselves now. It started with not just one, but an explosion of many new technologies. The main concept associated with Industry 4.0 is digitization, but it also includes Internet of Things, cloud computing and analytics, big data, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. Industry 4.0 has been all about the rapid advancement of technology. In South Africa, there are many organizations that have not yet adopted the Industry 4.0 technologies. So, there's a big push for digitization and migration to the cloud. You may ask, why are we even bothering with preparing for the fifth industrial revolution, when we haven't even fully entered the fourth yet? Shouldn't we focus on catching up to Industry 4.0? That's a great question. And the answer is complicated. The last 150 years of industrial advancement, at all cost, has taken its toll on the planet, and on us humans. With regards to the environment, it's become very clear that we cannot simply continue on this path without there being serious consequences for our survival. It is no longer a case of disaster looming in the distant future. Our children and grandchildren will very likely suffer the consequences. As for the humans, in the pursuit of profit, our needs have also been neglected. There's been a marked increase in unhappiness and poor health. Many people are demotivated, overwhelmed, or even depressed. Frontiers in Public Health published a South African study in October 2022, which found that 25.7% of South Africans are probably depressed. This is one of the highest figures in the world. The socio-economic challenges in South Africa has a lot to do with these high figures, but another survey showed that many professionals, who earn good salaries, are also unhappy. We are more connected than ever, yet many people feel isolated or anxious. We are not machines. Our organic bodies need nutritious food, grown in rich and healthy soil. It needs movement, but now many of us operate machines and computers, and sit in chairs for several hours. At work, people face being either replaced by technology or overwhelmed by it. The never-ending pursuit of an empty inbox is causing us stress. Work-life balance is becoming more and more challenging. Organizations are faced with high employee turnover and quiet quitting. We have amazing technology at our fingertips, so why are we struggling? Why are we not thriving? The COVID pandemic was a key event that really started the shift towards the fifth industrial revolution. For the first time since the start of the industrial revolutions, most things came to a screeching halt. People suddenly had time to contemplate whether the lives they were living pre-pandemic were actually aligned with their values. Industry 4.0 has made amazing strides in technology, but clearly we have some catching up to do in the other domains. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could continue pushing the technological advances, while at the same time looking after human well-being and also being more environmentally responsible? We are at a crossroads and we need to choose a different path. Welcome to the future. The focus is back on the human. Humans and technology collaborate in harmony to solve the problems of the 21st century. The strengths of both humans and machines are nurtured and developed. Humans and machines are deployed where their strengths can add the most value. Organizations who do this well have the competitive advantage. The labor market of Industry 5.0 is informed, and their choice of employer reflects this. For organizations, investing in their humans is a priority because there's a clear link between human well-being and performance. Corporate social responsibility and corporate social investment is ingrained in the core business strategy, and upliftment of society is a priority. Blockchain brings banking to all people. Internet of Bodies and bionic augmentation leads to breakthroughs in the medical field and higher quality of life. In Industry 5.0, we are educated about mental and physical well-being. Instead of trying to adapt our ancient bodies to the technology, which will take centuries, we realize that it should be human-centered and tailored to us. In Industry 5.0, we take care of our planet and our people. We use the technology we've developed to help us achieve that. The fifth industrial revolution is about harnessing the strengths of machine intelligence, as well as human intelligence, while appropriately compensating for the other's weaknesses. In Industry 4.0, the primary emphasis has been on developing technological strengths, but it makes sense to develop the humans too, and then to deploy them correctly. Human strengths are flexibility and transfer. We are able to be flexible in our thinking, and transfer knowledge or solutions to other situations where it may be useful. Humans have empathy and creativity. Unlike machines, we can annotate arbitrary data. And last but not least, we have common sense. Human strengths are qualitative, and therefore difficult to measure. Machine strengths are pattern recognition, probabilistic forecasts, consistency, and speed and efficiency. In Industry 4.0, the primary source of competitive advantage has been speed and efficiency. If you can make something faster and more efficiently than your competitors, you will be more successful. The same applies to the service industry. Machine strengths are quantitative, and therefore easy to measure. This makes machine strengths more obvious than human strengths. Enhancing machine strengths have been the primary focus. That is probably the reason why the strengths of humans have in many industries remained untapped. Instead of developing human strengths, there's been a focus on reducing human error. We are often seen as a weak link and a problem. But we believe that the problem is an underinvestment in human strengths, an incorrect deployment in areas where people don't get to operate in the realm of their strengths. Organizations that will succeed in the future are those that can maximize machine as well as human strengths, and are able to harmonize the interaction between humans and tech. This is a great visual to explain the integration of human and technological strengths. Deploying humans and machines in the correct areas of an organization is vital. On the left, we have technological strengths, from low at the bottom to high at the top. On the bottom, we have human strengths, from low on the left to high on the right. The graphic is divided into 4 quadrants. The bottom left quadrant is where humans and technology are both underutilized. Humans are used in areas where they are not stimulated, and machines would possibly do a better job. As a result, the humans are often unhappy in their work. The top left quadrant is technology-focused. Human traits may actually be needed, but are not deployed. A good example of this is a customer care call center. It may be very frustrating for people to deal with a machine voice when they need the help of a human. The bottom right quadrant is human-focused. This includes old age homes and childcare facilities, where creativity and empathy is required. They often, to their detriment, don't deploy any technology. It may be useful for them to digitize records or do their accounting with software. The top right quadrant is the ideal position. Humans and machines are deployed in a symbiotic relationship. Humans do the work requiring empathy, creativity, and problem-solving. Machines do the repetitive tasks, or tasks where a high degree of accuracy is required. The humans and machines collaborate, and this has been likened to dancing together, in tune with each other. This is what the fifth industrial revolution seeks to achieve. So how do we do this? We expand our focus from technology-centered to also focusing on the human. We learn from industries like aviation. For decades, they have focused on human factors and the effective interaction of humans with technology. In the eThrive program, we aim to help you to soften attitudes, reprioritize humans, and cultivate admired leadership. This will lead to you becoming the best version of yourself, affecting your organization, the people in your care, and the communities you serve. With eThrive, you will join the revolution, transform your workplace from deep within, move beyond merely surviving, and create a vibrant environment where all your stakeholders can thrive. Does South Africa have some catching up to do with technology? Yes, we do. But why not get a head start on the human aspect and leap straight towards the fifth industrial revolution?